Welcome, everybody, to Coffee Unfiltered, episode 7. This is a groundbreaking episode. Pat and I have a lot of news to share. We're excited about it now because there's been time that has passed since the news arrived at our proverbial doorstep. It involves a name change, which is a pretty big deal for us. And as time goes on, we're realizing a lot about who Pat and Ted are. Turns out, Ted and Pat are the ones that make this company run. So no matter what name we stick on it, we are still just ourselves, doing our thing. If you're watching video, you might notice I'm in my living room, not the usual recording room. It's because I have a very cute dog on my lap. And he's had a rough weekend. What can I say? He had to do a lot of waiting around because Pat and I went off to work, so to speak. If you call what we did work, I could understand it from that point of view, but Pat and I packed over 600 bags of coffee this weekend, and all I can say is we had a lot of fun doing it. We recorded this podcast right after the halfway mark of doing so. So we were kind of jacked up on the coffee dust in the air. Anyways, this is an interesting podcast. There's just a lot of new stuff going on, and here we are right in the middle of it. So we really appreciate you all being a part of what we are doing. You are, aside from the coffee itself, the bloodline to our coffee company. So enjoy the podcast. Get on board with our new name. We do hope you enjoy the direction we're headed. And we're still keeping ourselves fresh, keeping it real. Very much we appreciate you all. Pat is on the phone right now, calling me right now. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to let you enjoy the podcast. Hey, Pat, say hi to the listeners of this podcast before they get on. Go ahead, say hi.
Hey.
All right. Enjoy the podcast, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Release a special filming of this podcast. Here we are. If you see us on video,
here in the flesh,
together in the same room, we do hang out.
This is a thing we do. It's hard to imagine that from listening and looking at the past few podcasts.
Yeah, shoot, we've been friends since 2010, maybe earlier.
Oh, earlier, I think, right?
I don't know if everyone knows that.
I mean, I graduated 2010. I knew. Well, I guess it was.
You were going out at the year I was coming in. College, everyone. College. Fraternity brothers, nonetheless.
Yeah.
We've been through a lot. And has good times been through a lot as well. And I'd like to, start here on our podcast with some news.
I mean, it's been a wild couple weeks here with good times.
Yeah. Look at, if you're on camera with us, you can see Pat and I are wearing shirts
apparel
that I'm going to tell you right now will be the last of their kind.
Yeah, the name Good Times unfortunately will be
what's in a name? First off, what's in a name? What's it, your name you're given. I got Ted, for instance. It's not like I ever said, "Hey, parents, please give me Ted as a name."
Right.
Right. Do you like Pat?
Yeah.
I like Pat.
I mean, I was always told the first, my dad's first choice was Connor, which I don't mind Connor. Yeah, obviously they're going for an Irish thing here. They chose the more generic Irish name.
Yeah.
But names are names, I guess. And our name, basically.
Can everyone do it with us? Can everyone just wave wherever you are? I want you all to wave because we're all going to have to wave goodbye to something familiar and dear to our hearts. Over the last 4 years in particular that Pat and I have been in business.
Yeah, we're officially in the next coming weeks we will be dropping the name Good Times Coffee Company.
Yeah.
It
started with a letter.
We got a legal document in the mail.
Which is never fun to start.
No one wants that. And I guess
it said three words, three little words. That's all.
3 words in a business you never want to really see.
Cease and desist.
Yeah. And for those, before we get into it, and I know the first question is, well, did you ever look at the name Good Times Coffee Company? To answer your question, yes, we
Yes.
did. We checked the Patent and Trademark Office database. If you go on their website, everything is public. You can literally type in any name, and it'll show you if that name is taken of a company.
Yeah.
We did that about 4 years ago.
Furthermore, we also did research on, is there a Good Times Coffee Company out there? And there was in Europe.
Right,
Slash
which
Russia, or
is
wherever
not.
that is.
It only counts for within your country, unless it's. I mean, yeah, it just counts within your country.
They look like they have a pretty cute show.
Yeah, they do
over in
actually. It looks really nice.
And there was, in fact, a Good Times Coffee Company website domain that was taken but not used. There were like a few things out there on the web that suggested someone had taken the URL. I mean, this literally happens in a million different URLs. You don't know if they're actually still in business or not. But once a URL is taken, it is taken, essentially. So, all right.
Yeah.
How do I make this short? We thought we were in the clear.
We thought we were in the clear. Obviously, we were. This was a very recent thing. This company just recently trademarked the name within the past year. And, I mean, it is what it is. They beat us to the punch. Obviously, we shot ourselves in the foot here. We just thought we were good because this company was working through a different name for years.
Let me explain to you, Ted and Pat. We're not lawyers.
Right.
We don't.
Far from it.
Our favorite thing about what we're doing is the coffee. Like, everything stems around the coffee itself. We haven't gone through extra headaches of. We've talked about the organic branding that you'd have to pay for. We did not trademark our company name because, quite honestly, there are millions of company names or product names that are not trademarked. They're just in fair use.
You'd actually be surprised. Once again, going on that Patent and Trademark Office website, you would be surprised how many companies out there, very well-known brands, have not trademarked their name.
Yeah. So we figured we're doing business in a different state than where this other
company is.
Figure out the name of what the other company name is. I'm not going to say their name.
Yeah, we will not
figure out
say
their
the
name
name
on your own. We figured we're miles away, doing business in different ways, different customer base, everything like that. But hey, push came to shove. Here we are.
Here we are. And I mean, like I said, it'll be coming in the next couple of weeks. We do have a new name picked. The logo will practically be the same. Nothing will really change here other than the name. The labels will look very similar. Everything will be the same. The logo is the only thing that's going to be different, and the name will be different. And that's really about it. Product's going to be the same. All of the names of our coffees will be the same. Apparel will be out. It'll just say the new name on it and have the updated logo. And that's it. We move on from this. It won't. It's not breaking us.
But for about 3 weeks, it broke me.
Oh god! Oh yeah! I mean, I would say when we first got the letter, we were both one cut off guard. But it's
lawyers are rude. They want you the first thing to see to be seasoned. They don't want to say hello. They don't want to waste time with like, hi, hey, how you guys doing? Call Ted, ask what's up in life. Fine. It is none of that. There's no. It's very strange in lawyer land. And I grew up with a lawyer as a father, so like I understand some of it. But again, we do this because we love it. We don't do this, and so we weren't leading with the proper U.S. business mentality of grab what you can, make sure you secure your assets and cover all your assets and what have you. We did this in our loving way that has given us. Honestly, I would have done it no different.
Nah, me either. I mean, maybe we should have trademarked the name sooner, but
I don't like the word "should."
It's okay.
So after 3 weeks of deliberation, Pat and I came to say, yeah, what is actually important in what we're doing?
Right.
Again, here we are, man. Here we are.
I mean,
brother.
it's
same coffee. It tastes the same. Wait, let me taste. Yeah, that's still the toucan.
I would say it's the same. It's really just you just learn from it and you move on. That's all we can do. It is what it is.
Yeah. But I'm sad. I'm sure there are.
Yeah,
people are sad.
This is. It's been 4 years for us with this name. It is one big change for us. But
Labels,
yeah, I mean,
T-shirts.
we got to change everything on it that has the name Good Times, which is a lot. Then there's, which I won't go into. There's your all of our business licensing and all that we have to change, tax stuff. But yeah, we'll get it done. It doesn't matter. What's that? No one really.
Well, we had to say to each other, what's actually important? What do people come to yesterday's known as Good Times Coffee Company for? There's two major things that I really believe that are the leading factors, and that's Ted and Pat. And I should have said three major things because I was going to say both of us count as one. It's
Right.
Ted and Pat, and then there's the coffee itself.
Mm-hmm.
The way we do business is what we wake up and lead with in this company. It is not the name. The way we do business is the most important thing. It's us being with our customers who are just practically friends for all intents and purposes, really. People who trust us because we are who we are, doing what we say we do. That's the important part of a company. Like we started this saying, "What's in a name? What if my name was Fred? You know, would Ted's life outcome be any different than it is today if my name was Fred? Maybe slightly, but I'd like to think I'm still just myself, being myself in the world, whatever the name, what have you, might have been, right? Unless my parents had named me Sue. Do you understand? There is a song out there, "A Boy Named Sue" by Johnny Cash,
Yeah.
and in which he finally finds his deadbeat dad someday at a bar, and he gets into a fight with him, and he says, "I'm gonna kill you because you named me Sue," and the dad says, "Son, I named you Sue because I knew I was not going to be around as a father, and I wanted you to grow up tough." So he had a boy named Sue. That's the story. So I'm glad I didn't get Sue. I at least got at least got Ted. It's not the worst, but not all of that stuff is really the surface level. So Pat and I had to dig deep in the last 3 weeks and think about all of this. Seriously, the question of what's really important about what we're doing here. And it made me realize and become closer with the mission of what we are doing here. We believe in our coffee. We believe it is a better alternative, not just in terms of what you can drink as a quote unquote consumer, or as what I drink as a consumer even. It's more than that. It's the connections. It's the right way that we do it. We're not just in business to make the quick dollar on the heads over the heads of somebody else or anything like that. No, it's a true belief in what we're doing, and having to switch the name has made me see that a little bit more clearer. And literally just 2 days ago did I calm down from a 3-week adrenaline.
Yeah, it's been an
kick.
emotional roller coaster, to say the least.
Yeah.
I mean, I see it basically go off of what you just said. The money is nice, but that's not why we're doing it. We're passionate about it. I mean, we really enjoy coffee, but we enjoy just the relationships we've made from doing this. Our customers, people in the industry. I mean, everyone we've connected with just through the past couple of years have made it that much better. And that's why, I mean, there was a point in the past week or so where we said, do we want to keep doing this?
Yeah, just for fun, I kind of asked Pat, I prodded him, like, so, you still in? I already knew the answer.
Yeah, I mean, it's of course I'm still in.
Yeah,
this isn't going to end us.
Did we fold the shop up? No, because honestly, first off, I think I'm our number one customer, and I'm never going to let this coffee go out of my hands ever.
Right.
And I do care about everybody else, but we're always looking out for number one. I have the same advice for anybody: got to look out for number one.
Sure.
That's yourself. And in my case, I need this.
Right.
I need this coffee. I don't drink anything else. I love having the project with Pat as well. When I come here we'll tell you about what we're doing together this weekend soon enough. But Pat and I are busy still. So amidst all these things, we're still busy and have to operate.
Right. We are an operating business, and we have consistent orders coming in. And so I mean, like I said, we've chosen a new name. We had a new logo made, which I want to get into very quickly. we have a friend. His name is Ian McGregor. We've known him for years. We actually knew him from Widener University, which is where we met.
Yeah.
And he was the one who designed our logo. So for anyone that's looked at our logo and been interested in it, liked it, we owe it to him. He's a great graphic designer. He's just a great guy in general. The reason why I bring up his name is because of this process. To get a new name, we picked a name, and we needed to have a quick turnover on our logo.
A sponsor, someone we sponsor, was printing our logo on their shirt like the next day.
Right.
I reached out. It was our last podcast, Team Shadow
Shadow
with Mitch. They got our logo going out on their shirt, like, and it needs to happen.
It needed to happen.
I'm like, so
we literally we were throwing around the name idea that day, and then we got word from Mitch that they're printing these. They got to send in the files to print the jerseys by the next day, and we said, all right, well, I guess we got to act on this quick.
Thanks, Mitch, for getting our butts in gear.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, really, thank you, Mitch, because it really
a loving
did
push that needed the shove. I mean, for 3 weeks, I'm serious, Pat. I was like, no, we're still keeping the name.
Yeah,
we're still keeping.
We were almost in denial for a little bit.
Oh, to say the least.
But back to Ian. I mean, we had to. We kind of just figured, why don't we try and call Ian? We had the idea that this probably wouldn't be possible to have that quick of a turnover for a new logo made. But we said, why not try it? So we called Ian up. This was like the evening time. It was like 4 or 5 p.m. that day, and we said we needed it by the next morning. And he told us sure. He said he'll prioritize it for us. And he got it done. The issue is all the lettering, all that is all hand done.
Yeah, I said, Ian, I hope this is an easy fix for you tonight. It was 5 o'clock. I'm like, I really just hope for, like, because I feel bad that you even have to change your beautiful logo you created for us. I got to ask him to change it. I feel terrible. I'm like, I hope it's just switching font. And he's like, actually, it might take me all night. I'm like, oh, shoot.
And yeah, I mean, he did it in a few hours. And we're both happy with it. Like I said, it looks basically, we try to keep it as similar as possible to the original logo. To most people, you'll see our packaging and marketing material, and you probably won't even notice really the difference. Yeah, I mean, we can't thank him enough. I want to just give him a quick shout out on his Instagram because he does have a design page on his Instagram that I guess just recently he just reworked it, so it's fairly new, and that's Ian McGregor, all one word. That's IANMACGREGOR_design.
I'll put it in the show notes too.
Right. And I mean, that's where you can kind of check out his stuff.
He makes beautiful stuff. Beautiful, simplistic, yet like very unique logos. I mean, it's above the name itself. It's the actual image of the logo that has carried me through. Like, that's what I envision as our company.
I mean, I remember the night we were sent the files years ago. We came to Ian with just these ideas, obviously the name we had, and he kind of just he got back to us and gave us I'd say a page of a little less than a dozen options. And I remember me and Ted just kind of going through them, and we just hit the one that we chose, and we kind of paused and looked at each other and said, this is the one.
And then he gave us like 20 different colors.
Oh my gosh, the colors.
You don't know how many shades of red and brown there are until you try and like pick the one that's right.
And once you think you have it, then he encourages you to see it in different lights, fluorescent lights, outdoor sunlight, exactly, and
screen prints and everything.
It's so tedious to pick out a label in your colors, but I mean he's extremely professional with it, and
he knows how much we love it, which is why I like effing. We can't thank you enough, Ian. So we really much, cannot.
Man.
It means so much to us what we do because we believe we do it right. We know, and we know that so well in our hearts that we know that other people know it, and that's who is supporting the company, right? That those are the same people on board with what Pat and Ted are doing, and we love doing it, and it is the blood. Actually, it's the coffee. And we know that. So we stepped back in trying to name the company. And we were on the phone 2 days ago, and I was like, I just threw it out because it kind of felt like who we are anyways in what we're doing. And yes, it was a very subtle change. Pat said you might not even notice the first time you'll notice now that we're telling you. Like,
Right.
I hope you accept us
You
with
might,
the new name,
and you might
Sam Pat
appreciate the logo a little bit more,
Yeah.
knowing all this.
I have found that over just the past 2 days, I am starting to connect with it a little bit more. The more we say it, I mean, there's going to be changes. You know,
Of course.
I can still say the words. By the
Yeah.
way, good times. I'm going to say it till I die. Because you know what? Good times. I'm still about having good times in life. And you know what? Something also very interesting with our former name, the name formerly known as Good Times. I always felt there was something in it, not deceptive, but in a way that was like, sometimes life is not always good times. It ain't no secret. Life also has some okay times, some mediocre, some boring times. And I named Good Times came because it's a simple acknowledgement when you pick up a cup of coffee in the day. It's a second, even if it's just a second of time where you get to say, you know what, at least this is, I literally have a good time in my hand right here. Like this is, I'm serious. Like it's a moment to just step back, take in your whole life, your whole day, and be with just what's right in front of you. And that's how I've always pictured good times. Anyways, so we're changing it up, and we're bringing it to you in a different format. And I hope you understand. Maybe you'll see what this new name is and how it connects with us.
Right, because it really does. I think it's a great. I mean, I like it. I think it's a good choice, and it really fits us.
I'm just gonna say it.
Do you want to?
Good Guys Coffee Company.
It is Good Guys Coffee Company. That's what it's going to be.
You're drinking coffee with the good guys. You're
Yeah.
in.
Same vibe, obviously. That's kind of what we want to go for.
Are we about to cry?
Are
you okay?
No, I think we need to worry about you.
Yeah, listen, Good Guys is how we do it. We decided, like, what fits the way we are in operation, and we're still doing it to the best of we're doing it good in a way that is wholly and completely good. We're not skimping on anything. We're still getting the best beans we can find. We're still doing the roasting through an actual organic roasting machine. We still pay more for the beans, more for the roasting. We do our logistics right. We ship out as fast as we can every order. What we do, what this company does, is an example of who we are as people. And it's not like I'm like this in every aspect of my life. I don't get everything in on time in my life, right? I don't, my house back home right now, I don't have just one. I have two leaks in the roof right now, but I can't do nothing because it's raining and it's been snowing. I'm like, all right, I got to get to that later. If that was a problem Good Times was having, it's something about me that is like called to this company. I'm like, I need to do this. Like, it just is. It's what I put my heart into in my life, besides the things like having a wife and a dog and best friends and the rest of my life. But like the company, it takes me, like I put as much as I can into a good company because I truly feel that people deserve it. I don't like a lot of business models of the world. I kind of maybe take it too personally or whatever, but I don't like, we've made it no secret. For instance, this is a very small example because people ask me all the time. I got family members who tell me, because they know better than me, you should do K-Pods. You should do K. I'm like, listen, it's just not the way we're going to do it. I don't like K-Pods.
Yeah.
I don't like millions of plastic little things being single-used and thrown away.
I mean, we encourage
stuff
for
like
those
that.
people who are inquiring about K-Pods. They make refillable K-Pods for your Keurig or
I've
whatever it
literally
takes
gifted them to family members. I'm like,
and
here you go.
they cost not even $2. I
Yeah.
mean, it's pretty simple to do.
And like, is that a good business decision in the business world? No, because everyone says you will make good money on them. Blah blah. Like
That might be the case.
It might be the case. It's not what I care about. My care is about the one thing: the coffee. It's and doing it right. We're not doing, for lack of a better word, the slave labor coffee. I'm not buying it. We're not. It's not slave labor, but it's cheap. It's cheap and underfunded and underpaid farm workers. Like, I'm not doing it. Pat and I knew these things the second we went into business together. We're a company built probably more on what we're not doing than what we are doing. Because actually, coffee's pretty easy in life. It isn't a rocket science. You might go into great detail about the chemistry of coffee and whatnot. But I'll tell you, it's not rocket science to grind up coffee that is roasted well to a specific grind, put the right temperature water over it. It's not like, that's why I can do it, That's why everyone at home can brew, because it's something you just get in tune with. It becomes something part of your routine, which is just so special to have in the morning. But I can only say like a handful of things that it is that we do. There's probably abundantly more things that we just simply don't do, and that makes us who we are and how we run this business.
Right. I mean, it's it's what we had an idea of what we wanted to do, and we are doing it. I don't know.
We don't put pressure on ourselves to be something we're not, and I would say that's advice I'd give anybody on earth ever, like, don't try and be something you're not to some degree. Mm-hmm. You might practice being something you wish to become, but I never like the fake it till you make it thing. It's like, just be it. You don't need to fake it till you make it. Just be the thing you're trying to be. That's simple. So.
Well, now that we've covered
I'm sorry
that.
I went on that rant, dude.
Well, I guess
it's a big deal for us.
It is.
I don't know.
And I mean, we just wanted to share it with you guys because obviously you'll be aware of it shortly.
Yeah.
But I guess we should move on to explaining why we're actually together this weekend. Besides just hanging out with each other, which we do pretty frequently, even though it might not seem like it.
We're just having a good time.
We are having a good time.
We had a blessing of a company that wanted to have our coffee as a gift for all of their employees across the nation. They're a tech company, all working from home.
It's our biggest order to date.
Yeah. Can I say thank you to her?
To her, yeah.
Alana, thank you.
Yeah, we thank
Alana,
you a lot. It came ironically at she has been since almost day one.
Yeah.
It came at ironically a good time. We got our cease and desist, and then we closed on this contract a couple days later. So it kind of helped us out in the sense of just emotionally, because we just had probably our lowest of lows in regards to this business, and then 2 days later just got our biggest deal.
165 orders of
4-pack samplers.
So if you do the math, 660 bags of coffee. Pat and I are slaining coffee. We're like cooks in the kitchen, man.
We're packing it all ourselves.
Sawdust all over us. It's like just the coffee dispersion in the air that is all the grinds and everything. Mm-hmm. I feel like high off of 8 pots of coffee. I think it has seeped into my lungs.
Oh, yeah. I definitely smell and
we reek of pure
coffee.
Good coffee. It's probably the best way to advertise ourselves, actually, is to like walk around town just smelling like this, and people would be like, "Ooh, what's that?"
Right.
Hey, I got a business card for you, sir. You like what you smell? Here, come get some good guys coffee, dude. Yeah, we're having a blast, man.
It is actually fun. I mean, it might not sound like fun, 660 bags of coffee to fulfill, but
we're saying it is fun. It's like meditative, We only get to fulfill a few bags at a time of coffee, let's say. Sometimes bigger order days, you get a dozen bags or so to fill, and that's great. But now it's like we get to find a flow. We're literally what do you call it? The belt.
What
are we?
The product. It's the chain.
What did Ford say? God, we have to think about what Henry Ford said. Come on, everyone knows this except for us. The production. Come on.
Chain. I don't know. We were just talking about this earlier.
We're on the manufacturing
assembly line. It's the assembly line.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And and that never sounded like much fun to me. But when I'm doing the thing that I love to do, it's a very different feel. I mean, obviously, right? I'm not, I can't think of something boring enough. I might just use the example of number 2 pencils. I'm not like on a line standing there creating number 2 pencils.
Popping erasers on
Yeah. And someone's going to get to use that pencil someday. Maybe they'll have a lot of joy. Maybe they'll become the next Picasso with that pencil. Probably not. But however, I can say as I'm packing the coffee, I'm like, yeah, someone's going to enjoy this bag of coffee. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
There's a story. I don't know what the relevance is to this exactly, but there's a story of a little boy walking up and down the beach, and there are a bunch of starfish washed up into the sand, and he's throwing them back into the water, throwing them back. An old man says to him as he passes by, "Hey, man, you're not going to get to all these starfish. They're going to die." And the little boy's response is, picks up one more, and he says, "Yeah, but this one I can save." And he throws it back in the water. And I think about like every single, like strangely enough, every bag of coffee has a truth to it that it's going to someone's home. That bag of coffee has a home. It's going to be enjoyed because even as I put up on Instagram today, quick video. We're in the middle of packing our Honduras bean, the dancing toucan, and someone responds saying, "Hey, that's my favorite," and like, come on, what a there is no better feeling for me in doing what we're doing than when someone has a favorite. Like, I love to hear someone's favorite of something that we've done.
Right.
Pat and Ted have put into the world, and it's their favorite.
Rewarding.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There it is. That's why we're doing it. So, we're doing 165 orders. That's 165 people that get to try our coffee. That's an exciting. That's a phenomenal thing. So again, thank you, Alana, for recommending us.
Yeah. And a segue actually to little boys walking on a beach. Do you want to tell them what we're getting into next weekend?
All right.
You briefly posted something about this the other week.
Yeah, you'll see some more posts from me because we're in partnership too with another company. And they're an organization, nonprofit. One Piece Each is what they're called. I met an ambassador for them walking on the beach, picking up trash. I mean, fair enough. That's what they were there doing. They had a table out. I'm like, what are you guys doing? And they had about 10 volunteers who showed up on a windy day, like one of the coldest days of the year down the shore I remember. And all these people showed up, and they got their buckets. It's being sponsored by a local Home Depot, too, which is pretty cool that they're supplying trash bags, buckets, and gloves.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So next weekend, February 20th, and I'm not saying this is no pressure for any of you to be there. I don't expect, if there's one that ever becomes local to you, or if you have interest in doing something like this in your area, running it, it's really easy. I could help you with that. One Piece Each made it so easy for us to sponsor and create an event where we're going to be near my neck of the woods in New Jersey toward the shore.
Yeah, if you want to check them out, also post the Instagram handle of theirs as well.
Yeah, we'll do that. Longport Dog Beach is a place where I frequent with my dog. I notice quite a lot of trash up and down the sides of the roads, in the beach area, what have you. And all I did was ask, "Hey, do you think I could do an event here?" And more than ecstatic was Jillian. I'll put her up too to say, "Yeah, let's do this thing. Let's get it going." So good time. Shoot, that's right.
I mean, we're still technically right now good times. It hasn't officially transitioned yet.
Well, whatever. The good guys of the company formerly known as Good Times.
We'll still be there as Good Times because we haven't.
Yeah, it's on the paper already.
Yeah.
It's in the flyer.
But yeah, we'll be there with a table giving free coffee out. So it's the least we could do, and picking up trash ourselves.
Yeah, that's something I do it anyway. I used to do it when I lived here in Conshohocken because it bothers me when it like physically bothers me when I see too much trash in one place where it just doesn't make sense to me. So I felt like this thing inside of me that said, "No problem, I'm going to do that." And it's just another thing. And all these great people had interest in the coffee company at the time. And I was like, "Really? All right, well, let's put two and two together. Let's do the event. We'll put out some free coffee, of course, and say we're going to be throwing these events as frequently as possible." So this will be our first one, and I hope to have many more like it, especially as the weather gets nicer too.
Yeah.
It's going to snow again tonight. I have no idea if it's going to snow next weekend. But like rain or shine or sleet or snow, we are there.
We'll be there.
Yeah. So we're just doing some exciting things that we really believe in, and that starts with us. We do believe in ourselves. We like what we're doing. love what we're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not many things. You ever think about it? I'm sure everyone has. A lot of life isn't necessarily the fun stuff. You got to brush your teeth. You got to floss. You got to take out the trash. You got to eat good food. You got to get some exercise here and there, blah, blah, blah. But the things that you can do that you really enjoy, you should just take full stock of that in the moment of while you're doing it. So as Pat and I are packing these 666 bags, that's just pure entertainment. We're listening to good music, talking. We haven't caught up in person in a while because it's just winter time.
Yeah.
What do you want, everyone? We're still you can't go anywhere, can't do anything. This is how we have fun. We drink a lot of coffee. I drink a lot of coffee. And we have fun where we can. We make the best of life, man. I mean, that's still the main objective here in life. Just making the best of it. So,
have fun,
Have fun, and we're more than thrilled. We have a lot of good people that we get to connect with through our coffee company. So, welcome to the new brand, everyone. Good Guys Coffee Company.
This will most likely be our last podcast as Good Times.
Coffee Unfiltered is still
there. Oh, it's still there, and the name will be the same on that.
Until someone trademarks that. Man, I am so naive. I maybe Pat. What do you think? Are we naive or what, dude? We just go in with our hearts bleeding and leading, and then and then it's like, here's the real world sometimes. He says, nope. Hey, we do what we can. I am a believer of that. You can only do what's in your control. Sure. So I need to learn a little bit about more what's in my control. But for now, I know that we make damn good coffee and start from there.
Still keep doing it.
Yeah, man. All right, we got to get back to work, everyone.
Yeah, we do.
Enjoy your Saturday.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for understanding. Let us know what you think. If you have any interest in getting coffee sent to your company, like our other friends now have done, please let us know. It's something we think is pretty awesome.
We'd love to get involved with. Yep.
Yeah. So, hey, much love, everyone. Thanks for supporting us, being with us.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, all through this.
Big thanks.
We'll see you next time as Good Guys Coffee Company.
Yeah, it's who we've been all along, I guess.
That's true.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Peace.